And this Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1. To everything, there's a season.
Yeah, everything on earth has a season, meaning a time frame. Go ahead.
And in a time, to everything, to every purpose under the heavens.
So basically saying the same thing, continuing. Under the heaven is the place we call earth.
Verse 2. A time to be born and a time to die.
Right?
A time to plant and a time to pluck up.
So what is it saying? That everything has a cycle. Okay? Everything has a cycle. Continue.
It says, and time to pluck up,
Right?
which is planting.
Right. So a time to pluck up, which is planting. Hence what? Esau's kingdom. So through the spirit, we're plucking up Esau's kingdom. Right? Because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shah and the holy angels will harvest everything. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 3. A time to kill and a time to heal.
Right. So we're not in the time to be healing, but we are in the time to heal our people. But when it comes to Esau rulership, we're trying to bring down through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Al-Shah. Now remember, when I say bring down, I'm talking about spiritual warfare. No guns, no knives, no carnal warfare involved, period. Continue.
A time to break down,
Right.
and a time to build up.
Right, so we're building up the kingdom of heaven, but we're breaking down the kingdom of Esau. Build the word of the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 5. No, verse 4. So like a time to weep and a time to laugh.
Right, and we're going to be laughing in the kingdom of heaven. All right, but right now, we're all about business. The business of Yahweh Hashem Shah. Did not Yahweh Shah state that I must be about my Father's business? All right, and that's the same mind frame we have because we come in the same spirit as Yahweh Shah. Go ahead, bro.
It's Proverbs 24:3.
Right.
Through wisdom is a house building.
Right, through wisdom is a house building. What house? The house of, really the house of David. Right, the house of David. Through what wisdom? The knowledge, understanding of the Most High. Right, bringing back the ruins of old, going into what? The reestablishment of the house of David, which is synonymous to the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
And by understanding, it is established.
Right, by what understanding? Spiritual understanding. All right, it's established. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And by knowledge should the chambers be filled with all precious and pleasant riches.
Right, by knowledge shall what, bro?
Should the chambers be filled with all precious and pleasant riches.
Right, and these pleasant riches is what? It's knowledge. Hey, go give me Romans 11 and 33.
Yeah.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1.
Go ahead.
It's Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of them among such as have afflicted them.
Right, the righteous man is going into the prophets. That great boldness is going into what? That spiritual insight, going into the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit gives us that great boldness to go against this great kingdom. Go ahead.
And made no account of his labor.
Right, and who has made no account of our labors? Esau Edom. All right, they tell you they created, they did this, they did that, they put patents on everything, but the truth is that all that inspiration, all that handwork came from Yahweh Hashem Al-Shah on his people Israelites. But Esau takes the credit for it. Go ahead, bro.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
Why? Because they know, beginning with the nobility of Edom, that their kingdom is going down. Go ahead.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
The strangeness of our salvation. Let's talk about what? The chariots. All right. See, when we leave up out of here, Lord will, we're a part of the hopeful elect. We're not going to leave by helicopter or bus or train or airplane or car or moped. No, we're leaving by those spiritual vehicles, man. That chariot.
And that's what I say. And I think Jeremiah 16, he said, let me get it. That's how he come. It won't be no more said in Egypt. It'll be different.
Yeah, get there.
And what bro getting that? I mean, first we leaving in style. We leaving in the way that Esau, and what Esau demonized, man. You know, and what he's gonna try to come up against, which is what he's trying to turn the world against, which is Yahweh Shemel Shah and those angels, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, jump to Revelation 1 and 7. You have something, bro?
No, I was just gonna kind of lamb back,
Lamb back,
he said we leaving in style. Well, when our forefathers left out of Egypt, they had a chariot over them. But when we leave out of spiritual Babylon, Egypt, we're going to be in the chariots. You know, if we of that 144.
That's right. Since he said, thank you, bro, get is that what, Isaiah 26 about the chambers? Since the brother said that, you got your precept.
Yeah, got it.
I would say that only makes sense that chariot you left out of Egypt was going to the wilderness. That was how it was shot. You know? So it only makes sense that gonna be that same chariot coming back in this time frame in the new Egypt.
This Jeremiah 16, 14.
Right.
Therefore, behold, the days come, said Yahweh Shai, that they should no more.
Yo, and we're in the midst of this prophecy right here. All right, this is future tense, but guess what? We're in the midst of it. So we're almost home. Continue.
That it shall no more be said, the Lord living, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
What Egypt? Ancient Egypt. Go ahead.
Verse 15.
Right.
But the Lord living,
Right.
they brought the children of Israel from the land of the north.
Right, the land of the north. What's that? That's talking about America, man.
North America.
North America. Go ahead.
And from all the lands where he had driven them.
Remember, we're scattered throughout the four corners of the world. And if anybody want to get Deuteronomy 28, 25, or Deuteronomy 28 and 64. All right, that's why you have Israelites looking like these other nations because of the curses, man. Right? I was talking to a Moab at work today, a Moabite, but guess what? In the spirit, she was a J. One Moabite woman, you know, they got pink hair. You know what I'm saying? She had like what they call extensions, but she had big hair. But if you was actually talking to her on the phone and never saw her face, you would thought you was talking to a Judite woman.
Hey, if I can say this, just a little fun fact, man, that the scripture right now says, we said that the Lord brought the children of Israel out of Egypt, right? Now, they try to say that the so-called children or the people of the Lord are the small hats, man, which was the so-called Holocaust, was what, in Germany. So they wasn't delivered over here by way of cargo slave ships. You know what I'm saying? So when you go and Deuteronomy 28, it said what? That we will be brought over here on ships and see our land no more, man. So these people who was delivered in those days, man, that the Lord is speaking about, they would no more say that the Lord delivered them out the north. Is the children of Israel, man, who are here now. Prophesied in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And that's the biggest lie they ever told. That's one of the biggest lies ever told, though. Cause you know they put them 1948s up in there in that land, and everybody think they the Lord's people, and which they not. Everybody cater to them motherfuckers. Everybody listen to them because they run everything. But that's one of the biggest lies ever told, man.
Yeah, and we're going to prove that. Get Zechariah 9 and 6, bro. Yeah, get that.
And quick one more thing, and where are those so-called people of the Lord at now, man? They already in the land, man. And they got there by what? A 757. They didn't get delivered by no chariot. All right? So the people who say they are, who are not, is not matching up with the scriptures, man. But the men who are prophesied, naming Habashim Shai, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man, hey, you go together, man, like a head and a hat.
If that's the case, they'd be the people where the other left tribes is.
Also, Esau Edom was already in this rulership. You know, when it happened in the early 1900s. You know?
Get that Zechariah 9 and 6.
And in Zechariah 9 and 6, and a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod,
Esau Edom. Okay, go ahead.
and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines.
Right. But the point is, a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Okay, and that bastard is Esau Edom, man. Why? Because he has no spiritual connection to the Most High Yahweh, man. That is not his spiritual father, man. Okay, point blank, period. So you got there by the way of your way, but still it was the way of the Most High because it was still prophecy's sake. Anything that happens or transpires on earth is based on the authority and the sign-off on Yahweh through Yahweh Shai. And that's period.
Right. And by their way was the Balfour Declaration.
That's it.
Where they, so-called declared themselves as independents. I think they happened in May 1948. And that same night, there was a little skirmish happening off. The Arabs, they bombed Tel Aviv that same night.
They bombed the same night, right? Get Isaiah the second chapter. right? Because remember, when the true Jews goes back to Jerusalem, it don't supposed to be no more war,
Right.
right? No more death for the so-called Jews. Well, wait a minute. If you're the real Jews, why are y'all still dying? Go ahead. Isaiah the 2nd chapter, just to the point.
That's it. 2, 4. And he should judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords with plowshares.
Right. They shall beat their swords with plowshares, meaning what? No more war. Okay, no more warfare. Go ahead.
And their spirits into pruning hooks. Nation should not live up a sword against the nations, neither should they learn war anymore.
Right. Read that again, bro.
And it's Isaiah 2 and 4. And he should judge among he should judge among the nations,
Right.
and should rebuke many people,
Right.
and they should beat the plowshare.
No way. Sorry, verse 1, bro.
It's Isaiah 2 and 1.
Right.
The word Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem.
Right.
Verse 2, it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord house shall, it's like the mountain of the Yahweh
The government of Yahweh Shem Shah, go ahead,
shall be established,
shall be established what through Yahweh Shah, waging war on Esau and these other nations. Go ahead.
in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills.
Meaning what? We're going to be that established government. So yeah, we're coming into a new world order. But this world order belongs to Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
And all the nations shall flow into it.
Right. Meaning what? They're going to be obedient to us. All right. Point blank period. I think in the book of Zechariah, I want to say the 12th to 13th chapter, that nation that doesn't serve us, the Most High will not allow rain. Okay, in their land mass. So if you don't have fucking rain, you can't have what? Fertile land. And with no crops. Go ahead, no water source. Go ahead.
Verse 3, and many people should go and say,
All you nations, go ahead.
come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Yahweh Shah.
Right, who is doing that right now? Until the land of Israel. Who is going to them fake Jews saying, hey, y'all the people of the Most High, we're going to follow you all? Nobody. Russia is plotting. Right? Iran is plotting. And even the EU is plotting against you niggas, man. Go ahead.
And to the house of the Most High of Jacob.
Right.
And he would teach us, his ways.
Right, we're going to teach you our ways, and if you don't want to get down, you're going to lay down. Get Psalms the 2nd chapter.
Lay down.
You're going to stay down. Yup.
And we will walk in his path, for out of Zion shall
If you
go.
walk in his path, meaning what? How you conduct yourself, how you regulate yourself. Meaning what? Basically how you, hey, when we establish the law, you're going to have to get down. Go ahead.
And we will walk in his path.
Right.
For out of Zion shall go forth the law.
Right, out of Zion should go for the law, and that's literal. Just like America rules everything it sees, hey, the same thing is going to happen when the kingdom of heaven is established.
And the word of Yahweh shot from Jerusalem.
Right?
Verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people.
Right.
And they shall beat their swords into plowshares.
Right.
And their spears into pruning hooks.
Right.
Pruning hooks.
Shooting hooks.
Nation shall not lift up sword.
Nation shall not lift up swords. So if those are the real Jews in Jerusalem, in the land of Israel, why are we still having war talk? Right? Why are we still having rumors of wars, which are nothing but circulating stories of World War III?
Why the homicide rates?
Right, exactly. Yeah. Is it, bro? Go ahead, bro.
Alright, this is the book of Exodus chapter 17 verse 16, where he said, because the Lord Yahweh has sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation.
Hey, go read that again.
Exodus 17 verse 16, for he said, because the Lord Yahweh has sworn that the Lord Yahweh will have war with Amalek from
And who is
generation.
Amalek? That's the head tribe of Esau Edom.
Yep.
Okay? Begin with these international bankers, man. All right, so the Most High is going to have war faced with Amalek from generation to generation, meaning until they're eventually destroyed. And this war started where? In the book of Genesis.
Yeah.
Right? That enmity between the woman seed and the serpent seed.
Yeah.
The woman is a representation for the nation of Israel, right? And the serpent seed is a representation for Esau Edom.
And what Esau say, man, that he will have he will slay his brother Jacob, man.
That's right.
You know, that perpetual hatred.
Yeah.
That's that generation to generation war with Amalek, man.
That's
So
it.
they're constantly searching out to destroy and disconnect the nation of Israel from our power, man.
And that's how you know Esau came back as who? Cain.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's like
No.
Cain came back as Esau,
Esau.
because as soon as Jacob had passed, no, Salaki. As soon as Isaac had died, what did he say?
The days of mourning for my father, my hand.
That's
I will
it.
slay my brother Jacob.
And that's the mindset of it. So
Yep.
that's the reason why we're putting these poor conditions, because beginning with the head tribe of Esau Edom, they're trying to eradicate us off the face of the earth.
That's
We
right.
are a threat to them,
Right,
man.
right.
And they know this.
We're those gatekeepers and they can't penetrate it, man.
Uh-huh.
We're the gatekeepers.
That's it.
You know?
On that perpetual hate.
Mm-hmm. And perpetual is what? Ongoing. Meaning from generation to generation. Go ahead, bro.
I just Numbers 24 and 20. When he looked at Amalek, he took about his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nation,
Right.
but his latter end, he shall be that perish forever.
Right. And how is he going to perish forever? Because after 1,000 years, that entire nation of Esau Edom in the kingdom of heaven will be destroyed. So when they come back around the third and fourth generation, what will happen? They're going to come back as a member of another nation, or these other nations, but never an Israelite. Right?
And never eat them again.
Right. Never eat them again. That's it. That's it. Go ahead.
And then, Psalms 2.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Psalms 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
Right, yeah, because these heathens are plotting what? Their so-called new world order. All right, and this is a vain thing. Vain means nothing. It's going to manifest into nothing. Go ahead.
The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
Then shall, verse 4, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision.
Right.
Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure.
Mm-hmm. Continue.
Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion.
Mm-hmm.
I will declare the decree, said the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Continue.
Have said unto me, thou art my son, and this day have I begotten thee.
Continue.
Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
Ask of me, and I shall give the heathen for your inheritance. Beginning with Esau, trickling down to these other nations. Go ahead.
And the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
Meaning what? We're going to have the entire world under our rulership. Go ahead.
Thou shalt break them with the rod of irons. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
Yeah, it's going to be hardcore slavery the first 1,000 years, right? Because we're going to have to beat the law, statutes, and the commandments into you. But then you're going to get right, because the Most High going to make it fun for us. There's no fun if we just come around, you just obeying. No, he's going to let us exercise our authority and our power, man.
Especially them with Amalek, you know how powerful they are.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta think about it. These people have been working in centuries.
Right.
You know,
But the 1300s?
you know.
Hey, and if I can say, when the brother wrote the scripture, he said the Lord said he would have them in derision, man. And that's going by way of them having their skirts lifted, man. People are acknowledging and recognizing that this man is a fraud, man. He's a complete liar. You know, and they talking shit about him, man. He's being made mockery of, man, because, you know, he's being figured out, man. And that's all through the spirit, and that's prophecy, man. Because the Lord said that this man skirt shall be lifted, man. His thighs shall be shown, man. And that's what's happening.
So Obadiah 1:6. How are the thieves of Esau searched out? How are his hidden thieves sought up?
And the spirit of the Lord is working to expose this man. I mean, we done found out that, and it was far-fetched, man, but as you get older, especially getting the truth, you understand, man. This nigga never went to the moon. You can't even penetrate the, what's it called? said it
Yeah,
is.
the Van Allen belt.
The Van Allen belt, man. You can't penetrate through that, man.
Yeah, because of the radiation.
And when the man confronted Neil Armstrong, you know, shit, Neil got a little hot, man.
Yeah.
You know, but then they show it on their commercial, the Red Bull commercial, the fucking the backdrop fell. You know what I'm saying? They in the studio and shit. You know, he's being made bare, man. Okay, he's being sought out. Then you got the people who's coming forth, Esau, you know, telling on each other. You know, and the scripture says when a house divided, how can they stand, man? Roughly paraphrasing. So they are coming against each other, man. The Lord is stirring up the spirit of people, man, and the Edomites to come against each other. Because Esau are finding out, the lower level Edomites, that they've been bamboozled, man. They've been, you know, cut out from their blessing. They done had little perks, you know what I'm saying, privileges and everything, but they don't have it like these elites, man. They don't have it like Solomon had his people when Esau was in captivity doing his rule, man. All Israel was good, you know, as it will be in the kingdom. But Esau, he's shortchanging his nation, man.
That's right. Jeremiah 37.
That's all I'm gonna go into, like how and by this man's skirt being lifted, else he's gonna come down with that great weapon. You know? Because hey, yeah, his plans it's being exposed, man. So shit, as a child he is, shit, he gonna come down, you know, bringing everything down with him, trying, you know. Jeremiah chapter 30, or did you want that Revelation 12 first? 12.
Okay, yeah, do that. Get that. Yeah.
Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Right, and ye heavens and you that dwell within them is talking about what? Yahweh Shai, and the holy angels, man. Because at the end of the day, they're ready to bring this man down, but they have to remain relaxed. Why? Because the Most High has manifested his word above his name. Because remember, the Most High doesn't have a head. So to keep himself in order, he has to abound to his word, man. Go ahead, bro.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
That means everybody, right? Everybody on earth will be tested, because at the end of the day, Esau is gonna lose it. Why? Because he knows he's about to lose it, right? Go ahead.
For the devil is come down unto you.
And who's the devil? That's like, bro. Who's the devil? The physical counterpart of Satan on earth is Esau evil. Go ahead.
To having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
And that's literal. He's having great wrath, right? Because he has a short time of what? To pursue the New World Order and to remain in rulership.
And that Greek word for wrath is thumos, which goes into how it's gonna be like anger for boiling up. How he's gonna be passionate in his violence.
Yeah.
You know, you watch those old cartoons, you see when they get angry or upset, they turn red and like their head pop off.
Yeah.
That shows you how Esau is gonna be raging hard to get the Israelites because he wants their birthright back. That's what it's all about.
That's it. Yeah.
You gotta think about with Esau, he would do anything. You gotta think about he's a sore loser at the end of the day because he know what happened to him by being pretty much we supplanted him on a blessing. So he would do anything out his way to overcome by getting that blessing, man. Going back to that birthright.
That's it.
It's gonna be like that crime of passion, man, because he's gonna lose it because he's about to lose what he so dearly want to keep or try to have, man.
That's right.
Which is his king.
That's right. So he'll go by killing himself in order to be able to get this blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he come in the spirit of who was that? Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack used to say, "I'll break my leg just to break yours." You know, I'll break my leg just to break yours.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, but that's what Esau does.
man.
He lose the game of basketball. He want to take the ball away.
Yeah, I'm quit.
Yeah, I quit.
Then blow up the court.
Right, and then blow up the
Yeah,
court.
yeah.
Hey, what was that on White Man Can't Jump? What he say? I'm going to the car. I'm about to go get my other gun.
Yeah,
Right. You
sore
know?
loser.
Yeah, sore loser, man. And then you gave up the birthright.
Right.
Hey, it wasn't really okay. Yeah, we supplanted you, but at the same time frame, what about the part within the scripture when you willingly gave it up?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you weren't thinking about the future. You was thinking about the here and now. Meaning you wasn't spiritual, you was carnal.
Yeah.
Well, we gonna beat the dog shit out of y'all. man.
That's how you think like he was the first sellout. You think about it.
Yeah, he sold up. Yeah, get that, bro.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, starting at verse 1. I'm going to read 1 in the NLT, then I'm going to get back into it. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1. Isaiah, son of Amos, received this message concerning the destruction of Babylon.
Right, and what's modern day Babylon?
We standing there.
America, we standing in it. And if you're within the demographic of America, you're actually in modern day Babylon. Go ahead.
Verse 2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high
Now
mountain.
what's the banner? The banner is the scriptures. The high mountain is referring to this government, man. This government. It's the highest government on earth. It exceeds Russia and so on and so forth. Go ahead.
Exalt the voice unto them.
And that's why we have to speak loud to proclaim the Lord, because the scripture says, exalt the voice. Go ahead.
Shake the hand.
Right. And you see some prophets shaking the hand as they prophesy. Go ahead.
That they may go into the gates of the noble.
And who's the nobility of Edom? Who's the nobility within this rulership? The elites. Nobility means what? Highborns. And we're not talking about your so-called presidents, your so-called millionaires. We're talking about your trillionaires. The people that run this world that you don't see. Talk about the international bankers. What they say, he calls all small and great, rich and poor. We're talking about these people. These individuals, right? Exactly. They control this entire system, man.
Rock some shit.
Yeah, and the Rockefellers ain't nothing but extension.
Black
The Rockefellers ain't
Yeah.
nothing but an extension of
The Rothschilds, or the Rockefellers are an extension of the Rockefellers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. The Rockefellers are extension of the Rothschilds.
They're like an American version.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Back into the scripture. I have. You want to continue this? We don't know.
Yeah, that was it.
I got
Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 24 and 21. And it should come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh should punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high.
And who are the high ones on high? Esau, Edom. Okay, they control this entire system. And the Most High is going to bring them down. Look, every dog has his day. Even in sports, the Lakers had their time frame to rule, right? Chicago had their time frame to rule. And the so-called white man has had his time frame to rule. That's just how this shit works. Go ahead.
It says, and the kings of the earth upon the earth,
Right?
and they should be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit.
Right, and what's that pit? Meaning what? That beginning with the nobility of Edom, they're going to be the first fruits of slavery. Those are going to be Yahweh Shah's first fruits of slavery, man. Right? Those beginning with the Rothschilds, they're going to go into the hand of Yahweh Shah, literally. Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom.
Right, daughter of Edom, talking about the nation of Edom, the entire nation. Right? How do we know? Because it said daughter, singular content. Go ahead.
That dwelleth in the land of Uz.
Right?
The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
Mean what? The cup of slavery. So just like you dished out slavery, you got to receive slavery too. Go ahead.
Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make
Why?
thyself
Because
naked.
the Most High is going to give you a double portion. Go ahead.
The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
Right. Hey, meaning what? And as soon as this happens, what happens? The curses are lifted off of us, man.
Done.
Okay, the curses are lifted off of us. And guess what? Now the curses will be transitioned to you.
Yeah.
And the blessings will come upon us.
And that shows that it's talking about a nation because it said, O daughter of Edom. And when you look in NLT, it say, O people of Edom.
Oh,
so that's the
damn.
nation.
See, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, people of Edom.
And then it says in what 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
Meaning what? We done served out our time, man. Right? The
Yeah.
Most High has sentenced us. We done finished our time out. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it say, "Oh, beautiful Jerusalem," in NLT, and Jerusalem the people for us a place.
That's right.
So that's the nation of Israel.
That's it.
You know,
Beginning with the elect.
done. He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
Why? Because we'll never sin again.
That's right.
Remember, we're gonna have those extraterrestrial bodies, man. So therefore, we'll never go back into captivity because we're gonna be programmed to be righteous. Go ahead.
He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Right.
And you being fully exposed, man. You know, and your sins have reached unto the heavens, man. The report has been going on since day one, man. But you know, the grandson of Cain, what's his name? Lamech.
Lamech? Yeah.
You know, when he committed the act of slaying 2 men, and nothing happened to him. You know, he thinking he was just being blessed and covered by the Spirit of Yahweh Shem outside. No man was going to ever be able to do anything to him.
And since you said that, what you holding something, bro? You holding something too?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I was
Get
just
just
gonna-
the 4 chops you said.
I was just gonna say that, you know, the Most High is in control of everything. And, you know, Esau Edom think that he's in control. And think that he's gonna try to fight against the Most High. You know, and going back into what Mark was bringing out earlier, this is Daniel 2:20. It said, Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of Yahweh Shem Shah forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changes the time and the season. He removed his kings and set it up kings. So now he's beginning to bring down Esau Edom's kingdom. You know, and so, you know, it's time for his people, Yasharahla, to get into rulership and get back into their correct place. And the world to get back into order.
That's right. That's right, bro.
And he said, and he set it up kings, he giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. And that goes into this elect.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, pretty simple.
No, I just had the old one Psalm 149.
Go ahead.
It says Psalm 149 and 1, it said, Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of the saints.
And that's the truth. We're seeing this truth, man. Go ahead.
It said, Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name and dance, and let them sing praises unto him with the trembling heart. For the Lord Yahweh take pleasure in his people, and will beautify the meek with salvation.
Right. We'll beautify the meek with salvation. That's what it's all about. Receiving salvation. Go ahead.
He said, Let the saints be joyful in glory,
Right.
and let them sing aloud upon their beds. And let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouths and a two-edged sword in their hand.
And this is going into the aftermath of what the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
It says to execute judgment, it's like to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
Right.
To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
And that's what we're waiting for. That's what we're waiting on. So the first fruit of slavery is going to be the nobility of Edom. Go ahead.
It says to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints praise you.
Right.
So it's gonna be an honor to bring down the nobility of this wicked ass society, man. You know, or this wicked ass nation. Man. It's gonna be an honor to partake in the vengeance of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Yeah.
So implement his legacy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, which is going to be set forever, man. Yeah, it's going to be forever read about how he set up this nation, which was the wickedest nation of all, you know, and brought it down by the hand of those that's going to be established forever. Yeah.
It's an honor just to know the outcome of things already, you know. You know, just to and make you strive to push harder and harder that you are one to make that elect list. You know, like you're trying to make on the road and high on the road, you know, just to make that elect list, you know.
This book of Genesis chapter 4, starting verse 1. And Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived, and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Most High. And she again bare his son Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain...
I'll tell you something else. And that's how you know that Jacob was King David. Because was not King David a keeper of the sheep? You know what I'm saying? Everything is reincarnated. Go ahead.
And in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground and of an offering unto the Most High. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord Yahweh had respect unto Abel and to his offering.
And this also proves what? That these individuals had the law, statutes, and the commandments. Because both individuals, such as Cain and Abel, right, they knew what and what not to sacrifice.
Right.
So that shows you that the law was established, although it was in oral format. Go ahead, bro.
But unto Cain and his offering, he had no respect.
Why? Because he was disobedient. He didn't do what he was instructed.
Right.
Go ahead.
And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance failed.
Right, meaning what? He was upset and then he had a sunken countenance. But wait a minute. The Most High is all fairness.
Yeah.
He told you what to do and you get mad because he rejected it.
Right.
That's some bullshit.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
But unto Cain and to his offering, verse 6, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted?
Meaning what? You reap what you sow. If you do good, you gonna get good. If you do bad, you will get bad. Right? Go ahead.
And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
That's it. It's gonna be waiting on you. Continue.
That's one reason too. He's the man of sin, man, because he don't do his well. He don't have no good in him, man.
That's right.
The scripture states that, man.
That's right.
Okay?
He's the wicked.
Yeah.
You know, just I could be wrong on this, but just thinking about it, you know, his crop didn't do good because, and I'm just interjecting scriptures from other scriptures. He may have been doing that on the time that the Most High told him to give the land rest during the Sabbath. You know, Sabbath rest. You know,
You never know.
just kind of thinking out of the box.
Yeah.
Speaking as a man.
Yeah, speaking as a man, we know whatever he did, it wasn't the format of what the Most High wanted him to do.
flat out
Like
acceptable.
you say, it wasn't acceptable.
Right.
You know?
Back in verse 7. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall he desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain.
You know what it was? It was a correction. And even if you go into the NLT, it tells you that Cain presented crops. He presented crops, and Abel presented firstborn of lambs from the flock. That's what it was. He presented crops. That
was his sacrifice.
Yeah, it was his sacrifice.
He tried to keep
Corn
the
and
meat for his
strawberries and shit. Go ahead, bro. Nigga had a fruit basket.
And I mean, the nigga ain't no different today. He hoard up all the natural seeds, all the good things, you know what I'm saying? Then he want to pass out, you know, GMO and lab-made foods, and, well, you don't even call them food, lab-made test-type product, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
He'll keep it all to himself.
But he keep all the good to himself.
Or then he'll put high package, labels saying non-GMO, or put all this shit in Whole Foods, and you spending an arm and leg from shit you can get from Walmart.
Right, right.
This is bullshit, man.
This is Cain.
And like, literally, bro, we're living off the mercy and grace of God. Each and every one of us should be dead alone from food consumption, man. That's exactly, bro.
To think about it even a little deeper, he won't let the foods that are yielding high in nutrition come into the country. You know, like they be eating in other Africa and all these other Asian countries and stuff like that. That will heal our bodies.
Yeah.
You know, because it'll put the pharmakeas out of business.
That's it. And guess what? And yeah, a lot of food that America sends, for example, Russia, should puning them on accept it.
Right.
All that sweet ass cereal, ketchup, pune like hell no.
And see, remember me and you were talking the other night, Elder, and you know, we all try to, you know, especially like eat poultry, man, chicken, turkey, something like that, because, you know, it's supposed to be high in protein, you know, one of the best of the worst, man. But this Edomite was doing the video, he was speaking on how, you know, people think the best thing to eat is chicken, but it really said chicken is one of the worst flesh you can eat because they are pumped with so much hormones, you know what I'm saying, just to get that production up. and it makes it damn near worse, man.
You know what I read? It's also soaked in chlorine. All the chicken that goes through America. That's why it's banned in these other nations, these other countries.
So right.
And then another thing that's banned in other countries is food commercials. Like certain countries, they don't have those excess fucking food commercials, man. Like you know how we watch One Saturday Morning growing up on Cartoon Network? There's always like cereal commercials and food for kids.
Yeah.
Targeted kids.
Yeah.
All right, but in a certain country, it's banned, man.
Right.
You can't promote Apple Jacks on TV. You can't promote KFC. All right.
Poison.
And I read that, I forget what year it was, I want to say the 1950s. But in order to get the same iron intake that Apple had in like the 1950s, you would need 28 apples to eat today.
God,
ridiculous.
damn, bro.
You need 28 apples to get the same iron intake that was found in one apple, I would say around like the 1950s.
That's crazy.
Then to verify that, my own people was like, when they were little ones in the country, if they had a fruit basket around the holidays, you'll walk in and smell the fruit.
You can. I'm a witness of that.
Yeah.
Like you can actually smell, even like bullshit ass restaurants like KLC and Sonic. You would smell that shit down the street from that establishment because it was real food in there.
But you can walk in Sonic, you can walk in IHOP, and you don't smell pancakes.
You don't smell nothing.
Now,
bro.
when everybody can attest, when you was a little boy, and you was in your room watching Nickelodeon and cartoon, and it was Saturday morning, and Mama was in the kitchen cooking, you smelled them pancakes.
You did.
You smelled them biscuits.
You did.
You smelled the meat.
You did.
You smelled all that.
Yeah.
Why
And
is
you
it
can
that?
distinguish it.
And you can distinguish it. But, oh, it's time to eat.
Yeah.
You might have kept running back and forth in the kitchen like it ain't ready yet.
That's
Yeah,
fish
already
right
knew
there,
what you had
Brian.
for breakfast.
That's
Come on,
chicken.
Yeah.
That is just like greasy smell.
Right, but now you walk into IHOP, you walk into, you don't smell it.
That's the spirit because I was just grilling last night and I'm like, damn, this shit don't even smell right, you know?
Yeah.
The food don't even smell like you're grilling.
Yeah,
You know, when
right.
you grill it yourself,
Right.
it smell like just straight chemicals. That's all what it smell like.
Even on the like fast food commercials, it's a certain way why they target the audience with like colors like red and yellow. Like they pretty much targeting some countries to be able to be more enticed to the commercial, go ahead and buy their product. You know, and you saw this nigga's like really on the left hand side when it comes to this witchcraft.
You can say that red and that yellow
Yeah.
shit, that shit bad for you anyway. That red 40 and that yellow
Yellow
5.
five,
Yeah. Oh, that shit's bad. That, what is it, blue? Blue one?
Blue one.
Yeah. Oh, that shit's
But
bad
like
for
with
you.
the actual colors.
Yeah.
Like when it goes into like when it channels in your brain.
Yeah.
And this-
Yeah, like McDonald's. Yellow.
Potato.
Yep.
Yep.
The potatoes
Yeah.
that they sell in McDonald's, where the potatoes they use to make their fries in McDonald's, the landmass they grow them on, they actually got a skull and crossbones on. Cause once they spray that pesticide, they maxed up, man. Like it's been like some kind of nuclear war out there. But once they spray it, they have to stay away from it. No one can go out there for like 3 days.
I think it's like a couple weeks.
But when I seen shit like 3 days, they couldn't go out there.
End of the day, they
Who
can't go
knows?
out
You
there.
really can't. Yeah, at the end of the day, so.
And then what they do to the food is what they do to a human corpse. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, the embalming. Formaldehyde. Create the illusion that it's still intact.
Right.
Embalming fluid, so to speak. So those chemicals is real like embalming fluid. It creates the illusion that ground beef is just there and it's pink and lively, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That fruit is just fresh fruit. Going back to what Renata said about the chicken, I heard one guy say that the chicken had so much hormones in it, like he was saying, but it also has a lot of estrogen in it that causes men to have man boobs, and it also decreases the libidos and the sexual activity of men.
Grease it in the woman, man.
That's crazy.
Testosterone in the women.
It increased testosterone in women, but increased estrogen in women.
That's why the women are so aggressive.
Why the Most High statement for Isaiah 29, everything's turned upside down.
That's it. And then they target beer too. You know what I'm saying? Because they know men love beer, so they put a lot of estrogen inside those beer bottles, man. All right, we'll go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 5. The whole earth is defiled under the
Hey,
inhabitants
the
thereof.
whole earth. So yeah, it's better food in Russia, China, and so on and so forth. But guess what? Hey, the entire earth is defiled, and that's literal. That's going into the curse of the Most High. Hey, the only time that curse will be lifted is when we're back in rulership. That's a perk of the kingdom. Go ahead, bro.
Because they have transgressed the law.
Right, and they're transgressing the law. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and this is because of Esau Edom. Esau Edom doesn't follow the land Sabbaths. He poisons the air, he poisons the water, and so on and so forth.
Changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Right. Basically, his laws trumps the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. All right, and that's what he pushes. That's what he embodies, and that's the reason why we call this man the wicked.
What scripture gonna talk about transgress?
Yeah.
Like, he's really heavy on that word trans. Like transhumanism,
Yeah.
transsexual, you know what I'm saying? Transgression.
Yeah.
You know?
And I want to say transgression also means when you step across, going what? You're going beyond. You're going out of bounds of the law, statutes, and the commandments, man. You're pervert.
Change the ordinance.
Yeah.
The ordinance of a hog or a pig is supposed to be like your neighborhood trans man.
That's it.
You know, he's supposed to be. You supposed to use him as your garbage disposal.
That's it.
You know, shrimp, lobster, all that, man. Bottom feeders and cleansers of our waters, man.
And the Most High so cold. I remember my cousin. He has a pond behind his crib, man. So he had like white perch. He had like bass, and he had. I know he had catfish up in there. But he got the goddamn dog food. He said, "Watch this." So he was throwing the dog food out there, and you should have seen the catfish coming from the bottom to the top. The brims didn't even touch it. Why? Because they're clean. They're clean, and that shows you that the catfish are basically bottom feeders,
They're
man.
the pigs of the sea. That's what they
They're the
call
pigs
them.
of the sea, man. Go ahead, bro.
It's Mark 16, I'll start at 15. And he said unto them, this is Yahushua, go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature.
Right. Go you into what?
All the world.
All the world, because at the end of the day, we have Israelites scattered throughout the four corners of the world. But guess what? These other nations will be judged by the same word. Go ahead, bro.
He that believeth and is baptized should be saved.
Right, and that's the elect of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Go ahead.
But he that believeth not should be damned.
And who is that? 2/3 of our people that's located in the United States, and the 9% scattered outside of the United States. Go ahead.
Verse 17, and these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name should they cast out devils. They shall speak with new tongues.
And through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Ashah, you have brothers I know of this camp that cast out devils, man. You know, through the Spirit and will of Yahweh Shem Ashah. Then cast out devils out of homes and so on and so forth.
Verse 18, they shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing,
And we're drinking deadly things such as our water, right? Our water's supposed to be clean, but it's fucking deadly. Hell, how can you niggas buy water called liquid death?
Yeah.
Niggas is stupid.
Yeah. Like, that's like a red flag.
Yeah,
You just ignore it.
but he's telling you
Yeah.
what's it about. You know what I'm saying?
yep. So it says, if they drink any deadly thing, it should not hurt them. They should lay hands on the sick, and they should recover.
That's right. They should lay hands on the sick, and the reason why, because the Holy Spirit is upon holy men, man. All right, go back to that Genesis the 4th chapter. Y'all have something on?
I was just gonna say,
Go ahead, bro.
drinking water. In actuality, we're supposed to be drinking the water from the fruit, the coconut. That's our healing. That's our medicine. That should be our intake. And that's what we should be drinking on a daily basis. Because this will hydrate you 10 times more than a bottle of water will. Because it's all contaminated. You know, it's I don't care how much they try to clean it. There's no nutritious benefit in drinking that water.
And there's chemicals in it. I think the brother from New Orleans, he had a video. He works for like, I think he said he transports. He does something with the water, and he was just naming out the chemicals in that water, man. You know, why the fuck you need to bleach water, man?
Yeah.
You know?
I got a quick. This Revelation 8 and 11, and the name of the star is called Wormwood, and the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. And you cannot exclude that this water is like drinking poison.
Yeah, but that's actually going to the milsies.
It's the milk.
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's a lot.
Yeah, that's going to the milsies, man. You know?
But
No.
this water though, yet and still,
Yeah.
is the water for the correction.
Yeah, yeah.
The water is water poison, man. You know, even the natural spring waters, you know, the rain, the dew comes down, the chemtrails are pulled to the earth, it soaks into the ground. That's why you have poor production, terrible soil by way of bringing no fruit, man.
Yeah.
I mean, blackberry vines are not producing, man. Apple trees are just naked trees with leaves pretty much now. They don't have no fruit. Peach trees, palm trees, they're not bringing forth fruit, man.
Right. No, read it. What scripture was that again?
Want to read?
Yeah.
Revelation 8 and 11.
Yeah, let's talk about how the water's going to be contaminated from that nuclear destruction, man. Go ahead, man. Read a verse
again.
before. Read a verse before.
This is Revelation chapter 8, verse 10. Look, and the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers, and upon the fountains of waters. Verse 11. And the name of the star is called wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter.
Yeah, and that's all they're saying. It's actually talking about how that nuclear destruction is going to contaminate the water system,
Right,
man.
right.
But if you go into like, I want to say, during, you can Google it, how Moses put the stem in the
water,
in the
the
water,
purified.
the tree in the waters.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that was moringa, that moringa vine, because it was known around that time frame to be a cleanser for bitter water.
Purified
To
water.
purify the water. I think it was something. I can't remember how it went. That can back up the precept.
Mark 13 and 20. Except the Lord has shortened those days, no flesh should have been saved.
Right, and that's the reason why basically the time is moving the way it's moving so fast. I think the brother Anand, he told me, he said on one of his videos, he said the weekend is like a 30-minute break, and the week is like an 8-hour shift. That's how time is flying by, man. But the Most High is doing it for the sake of the elect, because we cannot continue to go on living in this type of environment, bro. You know, you're battling the air, you're battling the water system, you're battling the food, you know, you're battling what you see on TV. All of this shit is designed to destroy us, man. Right?
It says, but for the elect's sake, whom he have chosen, he have shortened the days.
Right. He is shortening the days. He's making time go fast for the sake of the elect, because the way this time is moving is bringing what? It's ushering in the coming of Yahweh Shah.
I got this one.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Exodus chapter 15, verse 24, starting at verse 24. And the people murmured against Moses, saying, what shall we drink? And he cried unto the Lord Yahweh, and the Lord Yahweh showed him a tree, which when he had cast into the waters,
I did the research a couple years back when, you know, I had COVID, but according to the research, the data that I collected, that's going into moringa, the moringa vine. You know, go ahead, bro.
when he had cast into the waters were made sweet.
Meaning what? It was purified. Go ahead.
There he made for them a statute and an ordinance, and there he proved them.
And that's the point. But right now we're drinking bitter waters, and that's why it's important to pray before you drink and eat, man. All right? You know what I'm saying? You want to say something? Okay. All right, go back to that Genesis, man. Genesis 4. Yeah, Genesis 4.
Back in the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 7. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted?
Right.
And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8. And Cain talked with Abel his brother. And it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him.
Right. So he got upset, he was jealous, right? And he didn't kill Abel, he murdered Abel. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not.
Now the Lord said this meaning what? A prophet. Okay, a prophet. Go ahead.
And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And I can say that just shows you Esau has never been for his brother, man. Even though, you know, Abel came back as Esau,
Right.
you know. And not Abel, Cain came back as Esau, man. And just like Cain raised up to slay Abel, you know, Esau was gonna try to do the same thing with Jacob. You know, but you know, of course, Yahweh Shem Shah put the spirit on his mother, you know what I'm saying, to give him warning, man. So you know what? He fled. But that same spirit was back, man, trying to do the same thing, man. Kill off a part of the nation of Israel, man. One of our forefathers.
It's Amos 1 and 11 in the NLT. It said, this is what the Lord Yahweh says. The people of Edom have sinned again and again, and I will not let them go unpunished. They chased down their relatives, the Israelites, with swords.
Right, because remember, we're supposed to be brothers.
Yeah.
All right, but you chase us down with swords. Go ahead.
Showing them no mercy.
Right, and even up until today's time frame, it's the same game plan. All right, to kill us off as a nation. Go ahead.
In their rage, they slashed them continually and were unrelenting in their anger. And we're really going to see that spirit upon Esau, especially when all hell breaks loose for him to introduce his NWO. That's why it says within Second Ezra, he's going to come down like a madman, sparing none. So he's not going to care about this is an old Israelite woman, this is an old Israelite man, this is a young Israelite man. You know, it doesn't matter to Esau. His mind is set upon that birthright. You know.
Yeah.
Verse 10. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother crieth unto me from the ground. And he just flat out lied to the Lord, man. Like he didn't know no better, man. You know, and that's why the scripture goes into he's a liar and the father of it, man. He started telling lies real early in the game, man.
So as soon as they be born, you know, they come forth speaking lies.
Come for speaking lies.
Hey, I got one to match you up. Hey, read that part again.
Verse 10 in Genesis 4. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother cried unto me from the ground.
And this is 2nd Ezra 15 and 9. And therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. You know what, verse 8. 2nd Ezra 15 and 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cry unto me, and the spirits of the just complain continually. So this means what? That basically Abel, after he was murdered, that spirit was received into the spiritual realm, and he was complaining on how Esau, how Cain murdered him for nothing.
Yeah.
That's what that's going into. That's symbolic talk. Because we know blood can't goddamn it just start speaking. No, that spirit was in the spiritual realm complaining to the Most High on how this man had murdered him. Go ahead, bro.
Revelation 18 and 24. And in her, from to America, was found the blood of prophets.
Right, the blood of prophets, go ahead.
And of saints.
Right, Israelites, go ahead.
And of all that were slain upon the earth.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's it.
And those same spirits are in the heavens complaining, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. And there's going to be more to fulfill that prophecy. Because
Good.
some of the prophets will be martyrs.
Son.
Go ahead,
This is John 8 and 44 in the NLT. For you are the children of your father the devil, and you love to do the evil thing he does.
And that's Israelites, man. Who be in cahoots with Esau, who are willing to take bargains, contracts, you know what I'm saying, to further the affliction of destroying or dismantling the nation of Israel, man.
For the fashion, your ways, your manners,
Right,
him.
right,
You know,
right.
with the house, you know, with the white picket fence.
Yeah.
We're gonna live this so-called American dream for Esau, just like how Esau is living his.
All this vanity
Yep.
that he's giving you, man. You got it, bro.
It reads, he was a murderer from the beginning.
And that's what we're going into, man. Okay, Cain and Abel. The first murder. Documented. in the scriptures, man. Okay? He was a murderer from the beginning. Genesis, what? The beginning. And that's our Cain, man. You guys know.
He has always hated the truth because there is no truth in him.
And why would he hate the truth, man? It started out when the Most High told him about his offering, man. Okay, then when he lead up talking about he don't know where his brother Cain is. You know, and when he get exposed or called out on his lie, you know, he's getting mad about it. Like he's the victim, man. Okay?
You think about like truth, it aligns with being straightforward.
Yeah.
It says in Ecclesiastes that which is crooked cannot be made straight.
Cannot be made straight.
He's crooked every way, every time he goes somewhere, man.
Yep.
It says when he lies, it is consistent with his character. For he is a liar and the father of lies.
And his
recording
character, man, is a liar, a deceiver. That's why he's called the devil, man. Okay? Because
What's going on him?
there's no truth in him, man. You know?
Now, here's the deal. I don't care.
What we doing, sir, is none of your business.
It says, I'm curious. Like, really curious.
Explain something what we're doing.
We're going into right now. Do you know who Edom is according to the Bible? Esau, Edom, nation of Esau, nation of Edom. Who are they today in today's time? What would they be classified as a nation or a race of people? It don't matter. It doesn't. You don't know. Well, according to the scriptures, it's the so-called white man. Okay, what do your bloodline go back to? Well, see, that's the whole thing about it. It's never about it when the truth is coming out, man.
Wicked pursuing, no man.
See, when we start bringing out the truth, man, that's what he do. He flee, man. He don't want to hear the truth.
Proverbs 28:1. The wicked flee when no man pursue it.
So what he do, man? He's an Edomite. He's of the nation of Esau, and the brother was bringing out the truth. And what he want to do, it don't matter now when it comes to so-called race or the color. Okay?
But the righteous are as bold as a lion.
And what we doing? We standing here boldly trying to bring the truth out to him, explain to him who he is as a nation. He want to pretend he don't know who Esau Edom is. He know. He had an opinion. We're trying to bring out an opinion a second ago. But when the Lord started bringing forth that sword, he wanted to flee, man. But that's fine. You can't run, Esau, because judgment is coming, man, whether you like it or not. Every corner you turn, judgment is right on your ass, man, because we're in the latter end. You know, and we give all praise out by Shemi Al-Shai, because there's no greater thing to witness the downfall of your enemy, man. Roughly paraphrasing, this is what we're waiting for, man. Okay, this is what we're doing in the name of Shemi Al-Shai, prophesying and preaching the downfall of this white man's kingdom, man.
Wisdom of Solomon 5:1 again.
That's it.
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness.
Who is the righteous man? Who is the righteous man, man? The Lord's elect, man. 144,000 men, man, who will not bow down to Baal, man. Who are going to stand stiffly for the name of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, man. Okay, who's going to bring out this truth, man? Whether people hear or forbear, whether they try to come up against us, whether they want to do whatever, man. Bring us bodily harm, it don't matter, man. Because we're going to stand boldly, man. Okay, in the name of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, whether it brings death upon us, man.
And Esau, your time is up, man.
Right, bro.
Like this shit is done with, bro. You know, we're actually respectful, but at the same time frame, you're not gonna debo us no more, man.
Right.
And I'm not even talking about getting physical, but if it gets physical, it gets physical. But at the same time frame, you can put your phone on us.
Yeah.
But at the same time frame, when I put the phone on you, now you want to put your phone down.
Yeah, yeah. It's that whole thing, man. They want to try to paint a picture of Jake, man.
That's it.
They want to hide behind the fucking camera, man. But when the camera's on them or the spotlight's on them, they trying to duck and dodge it, man. But see, the scriptures go into how the Lord's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, man. So you can't hide, man. The angels are reporting you. The Lord see you, man. How you gonna hide from the Creator of all, man? You can't do it.
And then when the damn devil hear that he the devil, and then he the son of the devil, hey, shit, he run.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Cause he's a fucking
He's a fugitive.
a fugitive, man. He's trying to run.
That's what I wanted to
That's
do.
he trying to run. Yeah.
I was on the run.
Hey, I got you still in there, bro?
I'm still here.
Go
It
ahead.
said, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted
They're
him.
not used to that. like during the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, because
Yeah.
why? It wasn't time for that.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But hey, this great boldness is sent from on high.
That's right.
And you got men, spiritual men, bringing out the word and really don't care how you feel or what you think, man.
Not at
The
all.
scriptures pinpoint that you are Satan. That you're the physical counterpart of Satan on earth. And your actions, your behaviors, your religion, your democracy, all of it shows that, man.
That's right. That's
And
right.
like you said, it was a point in time we could not question them. So here we are, we question, we like, you the same thing, you know? Because I know back in the 4th time, you think about it, like we always had to just hear what they say and just be quiet.
And shut up.
And shut up.
Yeah.
And we over those times,
Yeah,
man.
this ain't no Toby's,
And you,
man.
and you think about it, and we doing this, through the spirit power and how about Shemashah in Mississippi.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Mississippi.
saying? So through the spirit, man, that shows you through the spirit, hey, the times are changing, man.
Birth of a nation in the spirit.
That's it. That's it. Hey, going into that boldness, Acts 4:13. Now, when they saw the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled, and they took knowledge of them that they had been with Yahushua. Why? Because that same boldness that Peter and John had is the same boldness that we have, beginning with the apostles of Great Millstone.
Right.
You know, and that's no boasting, that's no bragging, but we're different, man. And that's build the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Al-Shah.
That's right.
And Lord will, He keeps that spirit on us, bro. Because this is the best thing going. This is the best investment you can ever invest in, man.
That's right.
Seeing your enemies walk away and things of that nature.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you read, like the apostles, they saw Yahushua with their bodily eyes.
Yeah.
But through the spirit, we haven't seen Yahushua in this lifetime yet, but we see him through this testimony.
That's right. Clear as day. Go ahead, bro. No, come on.
This is Jeremiah 49. But I have made Esau bare.
That's right.
I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
Yeah, so when you're barren, it means like you're naked, you're stripped naked.
Yeah.
So that shame is covering him because the truth is being exposed upon him. You know, that's one thing Esau hates, man. You tell him the truth through the spirit. Man.
His seed
Hey,
is
say,
small.
you know what? You see how he walked off? That's what Cain did.
Right.
When Cain was beefing with Abel, that's how it went down. And then what happened? As soon as he turned his back, he got whacked.
Yep.
You know, and then basically, if you're naked, that means what? Disclosure of truth. We know your agenda.
Yeah.
Right.
From the Trans Ams to all of that, to the poisons of food and so on and so forth, to the brainwashing, we understand what you're trying to do. We got to play. You're naked. If you're naked, that means we see through you, man.
We know you know who you are.
Right.
It's been passed down from generation to generation. Just like that wealth, who you are as a nation has been passed down to you too.
He started out, he said he knew, he knew who Esau Edom was. You know, then he told him that it was the so-called white man. Hey, but he don't know anymore.
Now he don't know.
That don't even matter anymore.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not about that anymore. It ain't about what he's basically saying.
Anymore.
It ain't about who Esau is today.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course it's not.
No.
That time passed.
The reason being because they say they love America following. That's where it really is, man. So now they in the spirit. Now you got to all come together.
Right.
It wasn't like that probably in the 1950s and 60s.
Right.
You know.
And that's why they so fearful, because they know what the fuck they did. They know how they handled the nation of Israel pretty rough, man. You know, and they know when the tables turn, they know what's coming back, man. But Esau, trust me, it's gonna be a hell of a fucking lot worse, man. It's gonna be a hell of a lot worse.
The Most High had forgot all that they done. Tulsa,
Right.
Oklahoma, you know,
Yeah.
slave trade,
Yeah.
you know,
Jim
slavery,
Crow. Yeah.
Jim Crow, you know, just hanging and lynching of black people.
Sharecropping.
Sharecropping, you know, buck breaking,
Yeah.
all of that crap. Most High ain't forgot that. That's why he said he has to put his anger on us for us to get angry enough to do
Bring
what he
judgment
wants,
on,
right?
yeah.
Bring judgment on them.
Yeah.
Again, hey, I did a video some months back there. You had a plantation still existed in the 70s, man.
Yeah.
The fucking 70s.
Yeah. Shit, I think it later than that too, man.
Yeah.
It was like one like in the 90s, man. Because the people that want to show their faces
Right.
because they were worried about what might happen to them, man.
Because they had it on the news saying sharecropping has ended.
Yeah.
So right up in the Delta.
Sharecropping live and direct, man. You devils got a lot to pay for, man.
Yeah.
A lot to pay for.
That's why they gonna be so drunken in their judgment, man.
That's all.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
Hey, for
Yes.
that's literal, man. Prepare slaughter for your children.
Yeah.
What goes around comes around.
Yeah.
And guess what? You are your father's fathers based on the process we call reincarnation.
That's right.
But even your kids gonna get it.
Yeah.
Our kids got it.
Yours gotta get it.
Yeah, so yours gotta get it. Go ahead.
Like, we have to pay for what our forefathers did.
That's right.
Because we are our forefathers
That's
coming
it.
back.
Yeah.
So just like Esau, you are your forefather coming back as well.
That's right.
It says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their
For
fathers.
the wickedness of your father, and the brothers just identify wickedness after wickedness after wickedness that you have done and that you're still doing. Ain't nobody free in this bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. You devils had done some horrendous shit to the people on this chart, man. On this table, man. Okay? So-called Negroes all the way down to so-called Mexicans, man. You know, 12 tribes of Israel who you knew were the Lord's people, man. You have been trying to dismantle and destroy, man. You know, since Cain, man. So, hey, you have touched the apple of the Lord's eye, man. And the Lord, he said what? You know, he was but a little displeased in what his people had done, but you furthered the affliction, man.
Overdid.
You like you brought up, man, transgression, to overstep.
Yeah.
He overstepped his boundaries when it comes to being completely wicked and just heartless with the nation of Israel, man. Just like Cain. That was a heartless, wicked act, man, the way he did his brother, man. You know, but that's his character. As the brother that brought the scripture regarding his character, man.
I think you notice the word apple, like you said, touch the apple of his eye, goes into like delicate. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Lord look at his people, man.
Hey, bro, can I make a point? Well, you know, anytime you touch the apple of your eye, which is your pupil, what happens? It's so delicate, it waters up. Think about it. You know, so with the way you was doing that to the Most High's people, man, he got infuriated, man. He was extremely upset, very mad.
In the NLT.
Yeah, get that, bro.
It says, in the NLT, Isaiah 14 and 21, kill this man's children. Let them die because of their father's sin.
And this ain't the slave book, Esau. The slave Bible. Certain chapters you taking out just to justify your reigns. Go ahead, bro.
It says, they must not rise and conquer the earth, filling the world with their cities.
Right, and so, hey, at the end of the day, you will not manifest that new world order.
Right.
And half you niggas are dying off anyway. You're old and decrepit.
Verse 22.
And I'm talking about the nobility of Edom, man. Did not one of the Rothschilds died earlier this year, and the whole world didn't even know it. Evelyn.
Yep.
This is what the Lord of heaven, this is what the Lord of heaven's army says. I myself have risen against Babylon, and I will destroy its children and its children, said the Lord.
That's it. And America is modern day Babylon, which is also the capital of Esau City. Or his what would you say? It's the main hub within Esau's rulership.
These are modern Babylonians.
That's it.
Got one? This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. Though joined hand in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
Man, since you said they gotta get that parable of Lazarus, man. Hey, so it doesn't matter if you're an Issachar and an Issacharite and you're joined hand with the Edomite, go ahead.
But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
Right, because the Most High is only going to deliver the seed of the righteous. Right? So you can't be like, well, that was back then and things of that nature. The Most High don't think like that. You thinking Hawashai's in the spiritual realm, thinking about, well, that was 2 days ago, I ain't tripping no more. Remember, he just got speared 2 days ago. That's 2,000 years for us, but it's two days for him.
Right.
You get your ass beat 2 days ago and you tell me you gonna forget about it. You waking up with that shit on your mind, man.
Still bruised up.
Yeah.
So how much more the ultimate Jake?
Right.
You know?
And unto him, time is no factor.
That's it.
You know,
Is that, which one? The Luke 16?
Yeah. Parable of Lazarus. You got it here in front of you? Okay.
It's Luke 16 in verse
There was a rich man that fought.
verse 19.
Yeah.
There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and
Keep that
fine
hand
linen.
in that hand joined hand in hand. And that rich man is a representation for who? The nobility of Edom, man. Right? The international bankers, man.
Yeah.
And the reason why he fared sumptuously and he was dressed in purple because he's in his kingdom. Go ahead.
And he fought sumptuously every day.
Right. He was thriving in his kingdom because he was blessed. Going back into the blessing spoken of in Genesis, the 27th chapter. That's right. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and there was a certain beggar named Lazarus,
Now, Lazarus who? A representation for Israel. Go ahead.
which was laid at his gate full of sores,
And the swords represents what? The curses. Go ahead.
and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table.
Man, we just trying to make it in this bitch. Go ahead.
Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores.
And who are the dogs? The other nations. Meaning what? They benefit off the curses. That's the reason why they're able to put weave shops in your neighborhoods, or own gas stations in your neighborhood, or own fucking Baskin Robbins in your neighborhoods.
Run down hotel.
Run down hotels in your neighborhoods.
Hey,
That's licking the sores, man.
you look up Edamine online for Lazarus, go back to Lazar, and he goes into like a filthy beggar. It's a part of our curse that we're gonna go to him for the woke of all things.
That's right.
So that shows you who those people are, man, through the spirit.
And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom.
Now, what is this? This is symbolic for what? Abraham's bosom is symbolic for the kingdom of Yahushua or the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
The rich man also died and was buried.
Right?
And in hell he lifted up his eyes, begging in torments, and seeing Abraham afar off and Lazarus in his bosom.
And just like Elder Shaquat made the point that basically Esau's heaven is an Israelite's hell, and an Israelite's heaven is Esau's hell. All right, so when Esau or the Edomites get into the kingdom of heaven, they're going to receive severe punishment. Like they're going to be in hell. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and he cried and said, Father Abraham,
Yeah,
have mercy on me,
right.
and send me Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue.
That's
Escape
it.
those curses.
That's it, man.
It's
That's
no
how
war.
much hell he's catching, bro.
It says, for I am tormented in this flame.
Man, he's catching hell, man. Everything that we went through the curses, he's going through it 2 times more. Double portion, man.
It says, continue.
Yeah.
It said, but Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things.
Right. And we're meaning what? In your kingdom, you were blessed, right? Yeah, you own restaurants, arenas,
Yeah.
basketball teams,
People.
banking people, cars, airplanes, airports.
You rule the earth.
So
You rule the fucking world, man.
And you're the basis of all men.
Yeah.
The Lord still was merciful, to give you a share.
Right.
Within rulership. Man.
That's it.
It says,
I was gonna say like when Cain slayed Abel, they gonna kill me, So Lord, he had a little more mercy on you, and said anybody touch you, they gonna receive 7 times,
Man, yeah.
7-fold,
Yeah.
man. So why you complaining, nigga?
And then the Most High told him, give me that pigment, bitch.
Yeah, you don't need that.
He took that pigmentation from you, that mark, man.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why it shows the validity of the scriptures. That's the reason why if a white man kills a black man, he gets off.
Yep.
But when a black man kills a white man, he goes to jail for life.
Admit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If anybody touch him, 7, you know what I'm saying? Go to that 7-fold.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro. We back in.
remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil
So
things.
in your kingdom, we call hell. That's all that's saying.
None of that shit.
In a nutshell.
But now,
Go ahead, bro.
James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you.
Right. And let's talk about the nobility of Edom, man. The Bible is really about Jacob and Esau. That's all it's about. We're the main characters.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
Your riches are corrupted.
Meaning going into what? Your debt system. Right? Your debt system. Because your riches promote what? Debt. Right? There's no substance behind that. Right? People are literally buying houses and cars off of monopoly money. Nothing backing it. But your belief. Your belief is what backs it.
That's why it's called fiat.
And what that means.
So let it be.
Let it be. Let it be money. So-called money.
Just call it that.
We just call it that.
And your garments are moth-eaten, your gold and silver is cankered,
That's right.
and the rust of them should be a witness against you.
Mm-hmm.
It should eat your flesh as it were fire.
Mm-hmm.
You have heaped treasure together for the last days.
And we're in the last days of you heaping up this treasure because we're in the end of your rulership, man.
What we started out with, better is the what we do in the video.
Yeah, that's right.
Better is the end of a thing than the beginning, man.
Yeah.
It's one of
He said, but now he is comforted in our torment.
And how is he comforted? The blessing, going to the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
And besides all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed.
A great gulf is what? An opening, right? You know, if a person yawns, you know, their jaws are not together. It's an opening within their mouth. And that's how it is for Jacob and Esau. For the Israelite and the Edomite. Go ahead, bro. It's a space.
So that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that will come from thence.
Now get that in the NLT, bro. That same verse. And bro, read that. Go join hand in hand.
Verse 26 in
It'll
the
ne-
NLT.
There'll never be a connection because the Most High has established a great gulf fix, man. An opening.
And you can see that literally between Jacob and Esau.
That's right.
Because you look at just looking at the job system.
Yeah.
You know, Esau makes 6-7 figures, and Jake makes 5 figures
That's
on
right.
the loading.
That's it, bro.
You know, so you can see that great gulf on many things. And as far as sentences of crime, you know, Esau do a crime, he get a slap on the hand or get 1 year or so, but Jake get 20, 30 years for the same crime.
That's it. Easy. Bring yours up real quick. Okay, got me out of come out.
All right. This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21. Though joined hand in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
Yeah, you can't pray for these people. All right, it doesn't matter. If you have an Edomite mama, so on and so forth, she's going to be destroyed.
Sorry,
Sorry.
but not sorry.
Now read that.
This is Luke 16 and 26 in NLT.
Right.
And besides, there's a great chasm
Yeah.
separate us.
That's an opening, a space. It's a space, a disconnect. Go ahead.
No one can cross over to you from here,
What?
and no one can cross over to us from there.
And that's literal. That's literal.
Bloodline.
That's it.
You on your side, we on our side.
That's it. Go ahead.
Go to
bro.
the great Gulf Fix.
Yeah.
You know, they have a term in the housing market called redlining.
Okay.
You know, so it says, what is redlining? The term has come to mean racial discrimination of any kind in housing, but it comes from government maps that outline areas where black residents live and were therefore deemed risky investments. So it says in recent years, the term redlining has become shorthand for many types of historic race-based exclusionary tactics in real estate, from racial steering by real estate agents directing black home buyers and renters to certain neighborhoods of buildings and away from others. And those others represents these other nations, especially beginning with Esau. You know, it says to racial covenants in many suburbs and developments, barring black residents from buying homes. So you know that's another great Gulf fix the brothers was going into, how that shows you that separation between us and Esau, man. On every category, every facet within this world, it's a separation between us and them.
That's it.
They let it be known.
Yeah. Well, you can have a higher credit score than Esau, and if you want that car or truck, guess what? You're not gonna get it. He's going to get it.
Based on the base card.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna hit you with a higher interest rate, and he get it at a lower interest
Yeah.
rate, even though your credit is high.
I know it, man, bro. We knew a loan officer, an Edomite. He said he told my father back in the day. He said, look, I can basically, you can have this white man, this black man, and you may have such and such, but when it comes to him, he's gonna walk out with it regardless.
Yeah.
Or let's just say if they can't pay the notes and stuff, a lot of times they don't even go on their credit.
Right.
Yep.
Now you let me and you own a dump truck. That shit is going on our credit as soon as possible.
Hey, that's heavy. Hey, it was a so-called black couple. They was trying to sell their house, so they got it appraised for like $472,000. But so they felt like, you know, of course it was getting messed over. So they used like a so-called white person, you know, play like they was the owner of that house. So when the white guy went to the appraiser, Guess how much he raised it up to? 750,000.
God.
You know, so
You see
that shows you that great gut fit.
You see that, man?
Yeah, you know.
You see that?
Hey, if you watch that movie, it's called The Bankers, man.
Oh, yeah.
And it's based on a true story. Y'all done seen it?
Yeah.
It goes into that, man, where Jake, you know, who was played by Samuel Jackson, the other kid, they was one of the bank, but they couldn't get it a bank, you know what I'm saying? Because like the brother say, it's a face card thing. But once they got that Edomite, trained him up to start going to these banks to get money, a loan to start a bank, man, them guys had all kind of goddamn banks, man.
Yeah, and that's why the parable of Lazarus is so real. What he say? Remember your time, the good things that you receive. You receive a lot of good things in your kingdom. All right, bro.
And I think that Edomite end up going to prison. No, the Edomite didn't go to prison. I think Samuel Jackson they end up going to
Yeah,
prison.
they went to prison for some few years.
Yeah, but the Edomite hooked them up. Remember,
Yeah, they still had some bread.
the Edomite came to him and gave him the play.
Yeah.
He told the Edomite what to do, and that's how he still had that money stashed.
Yeah, they ended up on the island. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Which means that motherfucker might be possibly Jake.
Man,
I
gotta
can't
be,
see
man.
Esau
Yeah.
setting the brother up like, don't
Me
give a
too.
fuck what he did for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good.
But now you threw it back or you run?
Want me to continue on it?
Yeah, was that it?
That was,
I think that was it.
yeah, I think that was it.
I got a little more I want to read on.
Oh yeah,
that
that's the reason why
Proverbs, man.
America is going to be destroyed, man. Go ahead, bro.
All right, I'm gonna read in the NLT. Proverbs 11, verse 22. A beautiful woman who lacks discretion is like a gold ring in a pig's snout. The godly can look forward to a reward, while the wicked can expect only judgment.
Break it
So,
down.
hey, so that's it, man. I mean, those who do wickedly, all right, those who join hand in hand with Esau, whatever nation you from, man, okay. If you're not doing the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're not walking in righteousness to the best of your ability, if you're continually following the ways of the heathen, doing all kind of abominable acts, you know, vouching for the wickedness of Esau, continue on in that path of wickedness he lie before you, hey, you can only expect judgment, man. If you don't repent, you know what I'm saying, to Yahweh Shem Yahushua and ask for forgiveness for all your wickedness and transgressions, hey, only expect judgment, man. I mean, how you gonna do all this wickedness and really think that the Lord is gonna grant you salvation, man? Deliverance, protection. It's not gonna happen, man.
Got you,
And I
bro.
just want to say that it goes to 2/3 of our women, you know, because they're all up in Esau's hiney, you know, thinking he gonna save them from everything, but he's turning the table on them now, you know, and so, you know, that scripture right there is finna hit home real soon.
Yeah, you in some trouble too, baby.
Like, we was talking about that earlier this week.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
Esau, he shows you his true colors. Like, you know, say like on that Geronimo movie, American Legend.
Yeah.
Like, he showed those sellout Galites. You know, they tried to sell out Geronimo, but at the end of the day, they was going to the concentration camps along with Geronimo.
Yeah.
You know, they sold out. So what do you think? What you think he gonna do to you, so-called black woman?
Jay-Z,
You know?
LeBron James,
Yeah, all of
black
them.
women.
He's gonna use you for his purpose.
That's it.
He's gonna get what he can out of you. Then he's gonna toss you to the side.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta
Yeah.
think about this man's a serpent at the end of the day.
That's it.
You was the foundation of breaking up the household, E. That was one of his motives. Tactical weapons, like brother said, was to get you to enjoy his little liberties he would give you.
I got a question. Since you said that, now we say Esau was the first person sold out, or was it Eve?
Eve, really?
It was Eve.
It was
Yeah, through the
the serpent
garden.
was selling her a dream.
Yeah, it was Eve. Eve sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stand corrected.
sir. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just thought about that when you was just breaking it down.
Come.
It's Job 4:7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or whether the righteous cut off.
Right, so the righteous would never be cut off. And everybody dies supposed to die because there's judgment from Yahweh Shem Shah. But you do according to what's that? Is it Isaiah 25 or Isaiah 27? How the righteous are taken away. Yeah.
37.
Is it?
57.
57.
Is it 57?
I
Go
got you,
ahead.
57.
Now, I got one more.
Go ahead.
It says, even as I have seen they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same.
Hey Esau, you gonna get it. you gonna get it, and that's the reason why they fleeing now. Because deep down in their spirit, they know this kingdom is over,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
And you know what's so crazy? Just like the video you did with the Benjamite woman today, like she said, we've been saying this for years. All the rich people, well, I'll say this, the halfway wealthy people, they done left America, man. They're gone.
Thinking they
It's
escaped the
o-
judgment.
They're going to another country in order to pursue this so-called American dream because they know the only way you're going to get it here, you still got to be sneaky.
And if it wasn't no importance to what we were saying, why even waste your time out your day standing there? And
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Because he knows in the spirit.
Well, first listen, then pull out your phone and decide to start.
Yeah.
And then he say something like, well, this is what I gotta say. He said some bullshit. I want to hear that.
I mean, that's that white privilege.
Yeah, you know, shut the fuck up and take this sword.
Yeah, and he think you're a lawyer, man. You think he can just dictate. No, that narrative
Some
will
days
not be
over,
pushed,
man.
man.
Some days are over.
Like old dog say, God damn it.
Some kind of way, you know, to report it to somebody. So
That's
he
it.
recording it,
Yeah.
you know, and then acting like he trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
But he already know because I know people in this building talk, you know.
Yeah.
He's been meeting here for
No,
I don't know how many years.
Years, bro. We've been here for years. And there's a public fucking street, sidewalk.
But see, that right there, what he did back in the 40s and 50s, he could walk up on a group of Jakes and shut their ass down. Jake better not say shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he had came back with a lynch mob, man. And see, and he was an older cat, so he remember his parents and grandparents, you know, talking bad, treating niggas bad, and all that type of shit, man. But when he did that, that was another reality check. Like, hell, his time is done, man. He know it is, man, and he's hurt. And then when we start speaking up on his ass, raising our voice, drowning his bitch ass out, that motherfucker, man, brother brought that script out, that cracker got gone that day. Because he didn't want none, man. He didn't want that truth to bust him across his fucking head, man.
That's why the scriptures say the kingdom shall be translated from one people to another.
That's right.
We in those transition power stages right now, man.
Trading.
So they would attack and they would speak fire. That fire was supposed
That's
to
it.
He couldn't withstand that
I
fire.
had to get out the kitchen, man.
Brothers green go in. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we were just getting started, goddamn, through the spirit.
Yeah, what camps are you? See when I pick my leg up. Hey, you had some bro.
He
Go
got a
ahead.
spiritual drop kick.
Obadiah 1:3
Go ahead, bro.
said, "The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock."
Right.
See?
Go
Oh,
ahead,
slow.
yo, get in there.
I was just,
Get in there.
that boy, his mind fucked him up, man. He thought he was going to come over here and talk some good shit to somebody, man. He really thought that he was going to come up here and dictate something, man. Like, we really were interested in what he had to say, man.
Ain't nobody gonna take you serious with a dog in the
Yeah, man, look at that shit either. Nobody ain't worried about you or your damn dog. Smell the same. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, the Lord is turning the tables, Esau. I don't give a fuck how you feel about it, man. It's nothing you can do, man.
Right.
That's why the scriptures say, rejoice and be glad, O daughter, Edom. Nigga, you should be somewhere having a drink, talking about how y'all used to do it. Because this shit is over, man.
I got a question. Does the tables turn or do we just switch seats?
We're going to do both of them.
Yeah, you know what? Shit.
We're going to turn
Gotta
that
come
bitch.
dramatic.
Shit.
All right, go ahead.
Kicking that chair out from under they bitch ass.
Whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
And see, you remember that Jake, that cracker used to be hollering at us up there in his habitation.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, he started getting hurt, man. He couldn't take it no more, man. The Lord shooting the spiritual spears up there, hitting that nigga in his face, man.
Hey, what you said when all the brothers came down? He like, we all shut up. That was funny as hell, man.
He couldn't take it, man, but he couldn't do what they used to do.
Yeah.
You know, if Jake was too loud back in like what's say the 40s and 50s, that cracker would have hollered out that window.
Yeah.
He would have called a couple of his buddies. He would have came down there. Y'all niggas get off of this block.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Pickup truck, smoking coming up through here and shit. But see, those days are gone, man, and they remember them days. They remember that shit, man. They like, damn.
What about Jasmine Blues when old boy went back and performed?
Oh yeah.
He walked right into a lynch mob.
Like I was telling y'all about that time frame. My assistant manager at the time, he went to like Dairy Queen to pick up a cake, and this is West Jackson. So it's an old Edomite man. He came through the line and just passed everybody standing in line, which was number Jakes. And he went to the cashier about to make his order, Then she was like, "What are you doing, sir? Like, you mean to tell me I gotta wait?" But they said Jake was about to get on his ass up in there, man. Like, those days long gone, man. That's that white privilege, though. You know, you feel like you can just be able to step over anybody just because they're a certain type of color than you.
Yeah.
You know, then you can be able to just have your way, man.
And you in West Jackson?
You in West Jackson?
Go ahead,
I've
that-
seen videos.
the
on-
Fox Crew, go ahead.
They
Lost
said
soul,
like,
chop
you
your
know,
time.
I've seen videos on YouTube where Eve have got into older Esau, like him, getting on the bus. This white man walked up to Eve, and she had her back. He slapped her in the back of the head. She turned around and punched him and knocked him down. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and then on the train, you know, Eve she getting in him, you know, beating him down. You
Hey,
know.
I had that's something I had added this one in my video a while back. It was showing like an old Edomite dude. He did something to piss a nigga woman off. She was like an older nigga woman, and there was like probably like a McDonald's or somewhere. Man, he slapped her, so he just walked off like everything gonna be fine. Man, that nigga woman punched him in the back of his head, man. She like, you motherfucker. Now I'm talking about beating his ass, man. But they think they can get away with this,
That's
man.
down, bro.
This shit is over, man.
Right.
Yeah.
That feel good right there, for
Feel
real.
good.
I got.
No, I say it was one where Jake was in the store with them Edomite. He said, Edomite said, "What you say, boy? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, boy?
What you gonna do, bro?
What you gonna do with all these people standing here?" So he said, "Get your ass up to the front." Jake was like that shit. Jake turned around his ass and he just kept laying into him.
I know.
Over into the stand. Well, knocked all the damn food over. I got a quick one for y'all. Hey,
Was
this
he last was he threw it over there? He threw it
Don't
over
do it
there?
over there.
okay. This Psalm 10:5. It said his ways are always grievous, referring to Esau.
Why? Because basically he doesn't push the law, statutes, and the commandments. And although we have wicked people in amongst Israel, but we're still righteous, man. And everything Esau pushes, it goes against our code of ethics, man.
Thy judgments are far above out of his sight.
Whose judgment? The Most High's judgment. What did the scripture say in the book of Psalms, the 50th chapter? How he just cast the Most High's word away. Go ahead, bro.
As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
That's what he does because he's that powerful, man. That's why he can go to these different countries and things of that nature and tell you what you're gonna do. And he's in your country as he speaks.
I remember a clear example of that. Donald Trump years ago, he was standing next to the other leaders in the other countries.
Yeah.
And he just stood in front of them like that.
He pushed him out the way.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I was just thinking
That's why
about
scripture
that's
called
a
him
Trump supporter right there.
the most proud, man.
Yeah.
All right, verse 6.
He got some high self-esteem.
That motherfucker got that. He
Got
ain't
that
joke.
Nero, man. He said in his heart, I should not be moved, for I should never be in adversity.
Because he's been on top for so long, man.
Yeah, yeah.
He's been on top so long, he feels that he doesn't have a true contender. But guess what? The nobility of Edom, they do. They know, because just like we have spirits telling us, like, look, you're going to fall off, you ain't going to be able to do this and do that. Hey, the Most High is sending spirits to them saying the same thing. You know?
Like that Dylan walked a minute ago. He didn't think he was gonna be moved, man. You know, because he was holding his phone. I don't care when you turn the camera on.
Yeah.
He didn't care then.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't think he could be moved, man. Hey, but the Lord brought the spirit on his ass where he didn't have nothing choice but to get up, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And if he would have been just humble about it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but how you just gonna, goddamn it, pull out your phone like we in a fucking zoo, we caged up and shit. We beating our fucking chest as we trying to climb up for a banana.
Right. I got one. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 14, starting at 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down. No, I ain't wrong. Sorry.
Yeah, the
That's a lot,
scripture
right
says our weapon, but Jake got the new age sword, folding chair.
They ride around that bitch on top of the pickup truck.
Yes, he knows.
They act like they gunning somebody down.
Right.
Walking up on people with a damn folding chair. Our people stupid, man.
Yeah, I seen a video where they showing these Edomites going through swinging swords,
Yeah.
going then practice. Here goes Jake, whipping practice, and then here comes Jake with the chair doing the same thing. I'm like, man, it's crazy.
All right, I got it, bro. That was like- This Isaiah chapter 14, starting at verse 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see these shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble,
Right,
that did
right.
shake kingdoms?
Right, because this man shook kingdoms, right? He destroys a kingdom and puts his puppet governments within that kingdom to push his agenda. You know, at one time you had nations fearful of Esau. But guess what? Now you have nations trying to come against Esau because the Most High is plotting the game for WW3.
The weak say I am strong.
Let the weak say I am strong. So now they're investing not only in their agriculture, but they're using agriculture to basically invest in their military factions, their nuclear development, and so on and so forth.
We on the same playing field.
Yeah. You know, nuclear destruction brings you on the same playing field. Although America is still the most powerful, but still, these other nations has even the odds.
See, he made them smile against the heathen. You know, he said they are greatly despised.
Yeah.
Before these nations say, yeah, they finna take up arms against you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they finna move you out the way. But like, how can the heathen imagine the same thing? You know, hell, they're not finna they don't have necks. This is can I get this? Daniel 7:18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever.
And the reason why the
Even
saints
forever.
is going to take the kingdom by the hand of Yahushua, and the reason why we're going to possess it forever and ever, remember, Yahushua said that I would not meet you as a man. So as the elect is getting beamed up, bodies will be changed. Right? And from that point on, yeah, we're going to have everlasting life because we've been spiritual programmed to be always righteous.
And we're always gonna be that weapon, the weaponry of Yahweh Shah.
Yeah, yeah,
So there were no weapons possible against us, man.
yeah, that's right.
Back in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 17, that made the whole world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities
And that's what he
thereof.
do. That's why the world is a fucking wilderness, because he destroys everything. If you don't do what he say, he bombs you. Right? Point blank period.
Hey, you remember that we watched the Michael Jackson video? It was called Earth.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, you see how,
Yeah.
how you just decimated creation?
Yeah, man.
You know,
That's what he does.
animals were just dying.
The harbinger of death.
Yep.
That's why the scripture goes to destroy him that destroyed the earth.
Right.
And what's a part of Earth? The animals.
That's it. That's
The
it.
trees,
The
because
trees.
they gonna rejoice.
Air.
Yeah. That opened not the house of his prisoners. And even when it comes to like the nation of Israel, or just people in general too, man, because that Emancipation Proclamation, when they say they freed the slaves, we went from being private-owned slaves to corporate-owned slaves, man. That wasn't opening the door. That was a transfer, man. They just moved you down to a bigger sale.
Yeah, they did that to destroy the South. You know what I'm
And who was in the
saying?
South? Mainly.
Mainly
And under
Jews.
captivity.
That's it.
The North wanted some of that free money, that free labor, really, that they was getting down here. But they got it.
The South had that white gold.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, but they just, instead of just doing actually free labor, they give you that look, them crumbs, man.
Yeah.
Put you on payroll, take 50% of your damn check before you get it. You know what I'm saying? Then tax they pretty much are giving you enough to make it through that next week or that month before you have to actually you got to continue to go to work, basically, man. In a nutshell, they're not. That's that broken cistern, man. That bag with holes in it. We never catch up. We never catch up, man. I don't give it. The brother do pretty well, man. But at the end of the day, you never catch up.
And how do you make six? I know brothers that makes, you know what I'm saying? Well, not brothers, well, it's some brothers. But hell, I got a cousin, and he does pretty well. And hell, he's still broke. So hell, you make $120,000 a year, but you still broke.
Bag with holes in it,
And
man.
that goes into the curses. Now you let an Edomite that's making $120,000, he's stacking up. I guarantee he got about $50K inside his bank
Easy,
account,
bro.
liquid.
If he's smart. If he's smart.
Yeah.
But, me being just speaking on myself, working around Edomites and being, basically on the J, a lot of them are living from credit card to credit card.
Now they are. Yeah. Yeah. And the reason why now, because of the state of the economy. And inflation is going up.
But
You know?
and they don't be paying their credit cards off, but they get another one.
Yeah.
They get another one.
That's what
And they get another
That
one.
goes into that
Robbing people.
robbing people to pay
Pay
Paul.
Paul. That's right. That's right.
Then they'll file with it, Chapter 7, bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Everything get paid off. Then they'll go to the bank and get another goddamn loan, man. You know, they got that's that one of the particular privilege and perks they have being even a lower level Edomite, man.
That's where that gap comes in, 'cause they won't give us a loan if we file.
Nah, bro.
We gotta wait 7 years or whatever, even if you pay it off early.
That's right. That's right.
That's why this place is, you know, Jake called it in the spirit, the system, it's a pit, it's a trap.
That's it.
Everywhere you go, Jake, it's a trap.
That's that in Isaiah 34, how the captive in exile. Somebody can get there.
But it goes into that in Deuteronomy 28, man. You know, it tells, I mean, what, 1 through 15 tell you everything the Lord gonna give us if we was to obey and abide by his law, statutes, commandments. But when you was 16 down to 68, 15 down to 68, hey man, the Lord told us what's gonna happen if we didn't, and we see that. I mean, it's just the curses, man. You know?
That's why we gotta wait on him.
That's it, bro.
You know, nobody have it. I got one.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah 26
You can break it
and
down.
12. It said, Lord, thou hast ordained peace for us, but thou also hast wrought all our work in us. Meaning that the Most High, everything that we have achieved to this day was the work of the Most High. You know, and now he's beginning to work the work for us to put us back in our rightful rulership. You know, and so Esau's kingdom is beginning to crumble, is beginning to fall before our very eyes. And only the elect see that, because the 2/3 of our people, they're still in that mind frame that they can get it, they can make it, they're gonna be at this level that Esau is at.
They love the word.
Right, spiritual blind.
They look at America as like a continuing city.
Right, you know. It said, "O Lord, our God, other lords beside thee have had dominion over us." And that's where it goes to talk what we've been saying. Esau has set the laws and set the standards, made the gaps, you know, to where we have suffered. Basically, you know, if it wasn't for the grace of the Most High, we would still be suffering, even worse. But by thee only will we make mention of thy name, and only his elect is mentioning his name. You know, and thinking up on him. You know, that's where it goes back into what Baruch in our land of captivity, I would think upon thy name. You know, and so we're in our land of captivity, and we're thinking upon his name and calling upon him.
That's right.
Verse 14, it said, "They are dead, they shall not live. They are deceased, they shall not rise. Therefore hast thou visited and destroyed them, and made all their memories to perish." And that's what the Most High is going to do. Esau memories, everything is, this Babylon will be ashes. You know, it's going to be dust. And he's bringing that down. He's bringing those memories down, because now the truth is coming out about a lot of things that Esau has lied about.
I got you, bro.
It's Job 20:8. And it says, I'm sorry, 7. And it says, "Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, Where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night."
You know, so Esau will be of no memories. You know, and when, what is it? Only the elect that goes into the kingdom will remember this place. You know, as the scripture said, we'll be telling our kids about Babylon and how it was, and, you know, the smoke that comes up from it. You know, so Esau is going to be a memory. You know, like a fart in the wind.
I got one.
That's right.
This is Psalm 7:12. Well, you know what? Let me start at verse 10. It's a lot. Let me start at verse 11. Psalm 7:11. "The Most High judge the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He has bent his bow and made it ready."
And how you win this war is by passing these draconian laws, these legislations. You know, everything's all against the standard of Yahweh Bashim Ashah, and to put the Israelites more into slavery. That's what this NWO is truly all about. He's really trying to cause all. Like, Esau is very serious about causing all. You know?
Back into the scripture, "He has also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutors." Those what? Those missiles. So King David in the book of Psalms talked about nuclear destruction, right? A little more, verse 14. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity and have conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood. He made a pit and digged it and is fallen into the ditch which he made.
Yeah, so you falling in your own trap.
That's it.
By you trying to implement this NWO, not keeping in mind that your house shot has its own righteous NWO
Right.
that he's going to institute very soon.
Yeah.
You talk about this left hand great reset, but your house shot is going to introduce a new great reset.
All right.
So it's going to be a trap for you at the end of the day, Esau.
That's it.
There's a Lord's man that's stumbling block for you.
Yeah, verse 15 it says, Thou hast increased the nation, O Lord, thou hast decreased the nation, thou art glorified, thou hast removed his part unto all the ends of the earth. Meaning that the word in the nation of Israel is going to wake up. They're going to, be preaching throughout the whole world.
That's right.
And so now, nobody can say, I had not heard this.
That's it, bro. That's it.
There is no cloak for your sins
That's
now.
it.
Because it's being preached. You got the unicorn, you got the men on the streets,
That's
you
right.
got all kind of avenues that the word is out there.
Prophets in your families.
Correct.
Come on, man. Ain't no excuses. Although some may not believe, it's still no excuses. Because, hey, all you have to do is seek. You know?
Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom should be preached in all the world for a witness unto all
And
nations.
this has to be the truth. Because when you think about Islam and when you think about Christianity, time never sped up like this. There wasn't any rumors of wars. There wasn't no a great awakening. But when it came to this truth, it has to be the gospel. You have camps scattered throughout the four corners of the world, and apostles has not even left the shore of America. So this has to be the truth, man.
And then should the end come.
And then shall the end come. Why? Because the word has circulated, and basically people, you're going to have the elect to believe, they're going to gravitate to it, and that same word is going to judge people.
One more word. It said, Lord, in trouble have they visited thee. They pour out a prayer when the chastising was upon them. And so that's how people have done that throughout the years, but more or less now we're pouring out our prayers unto the Most High.
That's it, bro.
Because of the chastisement that we're getting, and that we're ready to get up out of this wicked place.
Right.
Like 2:10. Arise ye and depart. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
So about the party meaning like spiritually the party, not actually, leaving, trying to go to another place like Israel or something like that, by American Airlines. Yeah, it's about spiritually the party. That's why it says the second Ezra is about flee from the shadow of this world.
Yeah. That's thinking on the spirit.
Say Jay want to be cute and smart.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave by spirit airlines.
Here we go to Israel.
Then we're gonna go to spirit.
Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
The reason why it's polluted because you have the man of sin being into rulership. Everything he does is on the left hand side. Everything he does is adverse to Yahweh Bashim Shah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, starting at verse 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. So basically, man, America, Esau has not showed the Lord's people, man, no mercy at all, man, in this captivity, man. No favor, no mercy, nothing, man. Nothing but oppression, man. All right. Verse 7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. So he think his rulership is gonna continue on, man. He think he's gonna continually rule this earth, man. Okay, which he's not, because the Lord had set a bound, man, that he cannot pass, man. All right. So thou didst lay these things to thy heart. So Esau, he thinking this just gonna go on. He's not considering anything except, furthering his rulership. Okay. Neither didst remember the latter end of it. So he's not thinking about all the wickedness he's done against the nation of Israel, the consequences that come behind it, man, for touching the Lord's people, man. Okay? So we're looking forward to the Lord bringing judgment on this devil, bringing down his kingdom, man, and setting forth a righteous kingdom under Yahweh Shah.
Thus said the Lord. All right, so with that, hopefully you all was edified. I give all honor and glory again to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakafadash.
and double honors again to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. You all stay strong, keep pushing forward. Shalom.
Shalom.